Prince William and Kate traveled to Sandringham on September 15, a week after Queen Elizabeth passed away, to see mourners' tributes to the late monarch. An emotional Princess Kate joined Prince William to soak up all the love and greet supporters gathered Thursday at the gates of Sandringham House, a beloved home of the late monarch. It marked the couple's first solo outing since becoming the Prince and Princess of Wales. During their appearance in Sandringham, the new Prince and Princess of Wales were photographed sharing one rare moment of affection. Prince William and Kate looked emotional as they arrived to take in the thousands of written and floral tributes laid out by mourners who had gathered at the estate. It was clearly a moving sight for Prince William and Catherine, who paused to take in bright sea of floral arrangements piled up outside. But in a sweet moment we don't often see from the couple, Prince William placed a gentle hand on Kate's back as they took in the outpouring of love for Her Majesty. It's not exactly hand-holding, but for William and Kate, who have always been very reserved when it comes to PDA, it's notable. Yesterday, Prince William and Kate joined King Charles and other senior members of the royal family for the procession of Her Majesty's coffin from Buckingham Palace to Westminster Hall. The Princess of Wales, dressed in black as a sign of respect, held back tears as the order of service proceedings carried out. In another tender moment, the Prince of Wales placed a caring hand on her back while they were inside the hall. Any moment of physical contact, be it touching arms or backs, is a very uncommon sight for the Prince and Princess. These sweet but subtle moments of affection prove just how much of an emotional toll the Queen's passed away has had on the couple. Both wore black in mourning of the late monarch and were generally stoic, except when they were engaging with well-wishers gathered on the scene. Princess Kate did smile and wave to the crowd at one point though, adding a little levity during an otherwise very somber time for the royals. The public display of affection between the couple comes off the back of what has been an emotional week. Prince and Princess of Wales greeted mourners outside the Norwich gates of Sandringham House on Thursday, while taking in thousands of touching tributes to the late monarch, who died September 8 at age 96. Prince William is bracing for a final goodbye to his grandmother Queen Elizabeth ahead of a state funeral for the late monarch on Monday. Prince William is said to have told one member of the crowd that he has been overwhelmed by the outpouring of support. Prince William told well-wishers that walking behind his grandmother's coffin brought back memories of his mother Diana's funeral. One mourner said the prince spoke of how difficult yesterday had been. Jane Wells, 54, from Lincolnshire, said, "He said how difficult it was yesterday and how it reminded him of his mum's funeral." Catherine said it's just been such a difficult time for all of them, for the whole family. Another crowd member told the emotional prince she was close to tears, to which he replied, "Don't cry now, you'll start me." The Prince of Wales added, "It's one of these moments where you kinda think to yourself, I've prepared myself for this but I'm not that prepared. It's this weird kind of thing, because we knew she was 96. He also extended his thanks to everyone for going to the Norfolk estate on Thursday. Ms. Butcher, 89, of Cambridgeshire, said afterwards, "He seemed to care about us because we cared about the Queen." Receptionist Jane Wells, 54, of Long Sutton in Lincolnshire, said, "I said how proud his mother would have been of him, and he said how hard it was yesterday because it brought back memories of his mother's funeral." Caroline Barwick-Walters, 66, of Neath in Wales, said, "He told us how difficult it was yesterday, how it brought back memories of walking behind his mother's coffin." She said she told Prince William thank you for sharing your grief with the nation, and that he replied she was everybody's grandmother. Mental health counselor Julie Young, 51, from March in Cambridgeshire, said, "We asked about the children and how the children are coping with it all. He said he thinks Prince George understands but the other two not really, they don't understand." Sandringham held a special place in the Queen's heart, and she would often travel up to the Norfolk property in order to spend Christmas there, with members of the family also paying a visit. However, it was also a poignant place for Her Majesty, as both her father, King George VI, and her grandfather, King George V, pass away there.
Thank you for watching videos. If you like our videos, please support growing channel by subscribe channel and like video hour. Your support is a motivation for us to produce better videos. If you have any requests for news, please comment below the videos for us. See you in the next videos.